and welcome to HITC Sport. Right, it's that time of year again, lads, isn't it? Mental transfer rumours. Ones that just don't make a blind bit of sense. So let me go through a few of them. One for each Premier League club. The story's so goddamn unbelievable and weird, it honest to God would make you start bleeding out your goddamn nose. Arsenal John Stones. A story that has been doing the rounds lately is Arsenal's reported interest in John Stones, because apparently this is a way to shore up a leaky defence by possibly the most erratic big name defender in world football. Put Luiz and Stones together in a backline, all concentration would be out the window. It would literally be sticking two defensive grenades together on the same pitch. Stones is a good player, but he needs a sane, focused and steady defensive partner to sort of calm him down. That partnership would be about as disastrous as vodka and Anpic Partland. Aston Villa, Emmanuel Adebayor. Look, I get that Aston Villa are desperate for strikers, alright? Their club record signing is being ruled out for the rest of the season, but still, Emmanuel Adebayor? Really? I mean, it's 3 weeks since the transfer rumour, and once again, I can only assume it was concocted by some bored young fella at work. But still, how did this make it to print? Because Christ about a 35-year-old Adebayor signing for his 5th English club? Lads, he was at Crystal Palace 3 years ago and was less than useless. Bring this sulking mercenary into a club on the verge of relegation, and good lord, the mere presence of his attitude would sink your team morale like a goddamn rock. Bournemouth, Jacob Brun-Larsen. Apparently Bournemouth are in talks for a loan deal with Borussia Dortmund winger Jacob Brun-Larsen. Listen, I guess it's not that strange, I think, considering he's on the periphery in Germany, but still, who else can I pick? The media just ignore Bournemouth every single day. They don't even bother to link them with Glenn Murray. Brighton, Leonardo Morosini. Apparently Brighton were interested in Italian midfielder Leonardo Morosini, a lad who was on the bench of Brescia. But he didn't go to Brighton, instead he gets a loan deal to Ascoli in Italian football's second tier. Clearly he's not very good at all, so why was he getting linked with a move to Premier League? That signing would have been about as sensible as jamming a bottle of shampoo down your bastard throat. Burnley, Ben Gibson. To be fair, there aren't many players linked with Burnley this window either. I'm gonna go with the story of Ben Gibson. Apparently this £15 million waste of time is attracting interest from a few championship clubs, but instead of Sean Dyche accepting the money, chucking him out the door, trying to recoup a bit of cash for this absolute flop, he's refusing all interest. Chelsea, Lewis Dunk. Okay, I remember 2 years ago Chelsea were having a transfer window from hell. Even just the thought of being linked with the likes of Peter Crouch and Ashley Barnes, that alone should have been enough to impose a transfer ban. It's a bit like if you catch your mother doing her weekly shopping list, only instead of fruit and veg, she's looking for bowls of cow sick and bags of chewed fingernails. You'd probably want to take her wallet away for her own good. Chelsea this window have been quite measured in their targets. Nothing too insane, except of course a £15 million deal for Lewis Dunk. If that deal actually comes off, not only will I eat my scarf, I will devour the contents of a rubbish bin live on camera. That would be financial suicide. 50 million for a bang average mid-table centre back, 2 years off 30. And lads, I am being generous when I call him mid-table. 2.5 relegation battle. Is that what constitutes a £50 million defender these days? I mean, Dunk would jump at the move. He's a massive Chelsea fan, to the extent where his dog is called Didier. Bit creepy. I doubt Drogba's pet cat is called Dunk, but 50 million from that is financial recklessness. Almost the point where that genuinely makes me angry. Think of the things you can do for 50 million. It's like me going out and spending a month's rent on 40 bags of cauliflower. It makes no f***ing sense. Crystal Palace, Yannick Carrasco.
Crystal Palace and Yannick Carrasco loan talks with Daddy in your fang.
Hey lads, if Yannick Carrasco actually ends up at Crystal Palace, I will kiss a dog live on camera. Oh, I'll do it, cause it's not happening. Lads, no disrespect to Palace, right? But if Yannick Carrasco needed any more proof that his career was lying face down in the gutter, it's this. This is what happens, lad, when you take time out of your peak years to go and collect a bunch of cash in China. Your European stock takes a bashing. Where once this lad was scoring in Champions League finals and getting linked with Europe's elite, now he's been offered the prospect of lining out alongside Martin Kelly and Andros Townsend. Even being linked with this club is probably enough to make him want to pull out his own teeth out of sheer goddamn frustration. There is no way Carrasco is lighting up at Palace. It would be about as mental as Tevez going to West Ham, or Euro 2016 golden boy Renato Sanchez ending up in South Wales. Oh god, I'm gonna have to kiss a dog, aren't I? Now I know how Katie Hopkins' husband feels. Everton Suarez. Ever since I knew this player existed, I expected this story. Listen, lad's a good player and will cost about 30 million to get it from Gremio, but I don't care about that. I just want to see an Everton player with the club's name splashed on their back. Apparently the club are in negotiations with Kia Yorkbin, the lad who got Tevez to West Ham back in the day, and apparently he has a good relationship with Farhad Moshiri, a man who constantly looks like a drugged up Cheshire cat. Everton scoring for Everton, you'd love to see it. Leicester, Luke Shaw. Yeah, this one makes absolutely no sense. Brendan Rodgers has said he's planning a future with Ben Chilwell very much in the team, so why in a pigeon's left nipple would they be interested in Luke Shaw? Luke Shaw, are we being serious? Just poke myself in the eye. Have you not learned anything from his 5.5 seasons at Manchester United? The lad was teenage hype and nothing more. How many managers does it take to cast him aside to prove to the world that actually, no, he's not very good? Brendan Rodgers' teams are built on fluid, fast-paced energy with excessive amounts of work rate. Shaw's work rate, he's like that lad in The Office who spends 3 hours a day googling his name in between mouthfuls of jammy donuts. Why would Rodgers consider this defensive headache? Especially when they have Ben Chilwell. It's like Orlando Bloom eyeing up Susan Boyle online when he has Katy Perry waiting for him at home. What? Liverpool Gabriell Martinelli.
Liverpool set sights on Arsenal starter Gabriell Martinelli.
Can you imagine if Arsenal lost out on a 19-year-old attacking starlet in Gabriell Martinelli after just one season? Lads, this fella has impressed in limited game time, but really, why would he want to move to Liverpool? They've arguably the most unmovable front three in world football. If Martinelli is frustrated with the game time at Arsenal, what bastard chance does he have at Anfield? He'd essentially be spending his formative years picking up splinters on the Liverpool bench. Man City, Sergio Aguero.
Man City hero Sergio Aguero attracting transfer interest from David Beckham's Inter Miami.
Lads, there's more chance of me bending down and licking dead skin off my granny's feet.
He would not be against a shock move to the MLS, with new franchise Miami showing interest. His young son Benjamin lives in his native country, and a move to the United States would mean he's closer to home.
Yeah, you know what would be closer to Argentina? Argentina, the place he's banged on about retiring in for years. Miami to Buenos Aires is a bastard 9-hour flight. What's he gonna do? Hop on an 18-hour daily commute to see his son? Stories like this. Oh god, they annoy me. Man United, Islam Slimani. Oh, this cannot be serious. Let me try and understand this. Manchester United, one of the biggest footballing institutions on the planet, are seriously considering loan moves for Islam Slimani and Odion Ighalo. Lads, if relegation threatened clubs were interested in these players, their fans would be dying of embarrassment. Manchester United fans are now probably slipping cyanide pills into their morning porridge. Let's start with Slimani. Right. The lad is a 16-stone block of cheese who failed at Leicester and played just 4 goalless games at Newcastle. This man was worse than Hazalou. He scored once in 15 games out in the Turkish league, and yet now finds himself linked with Manchester United. When this story broke, the man probably popped the champagne and danced around the house. His career's stuffed down a sink, and he still gets linked with Manchester United? What? Odion Ighalo. But this man already waved goodbye to his career, didn't he? When he, gave up in England to go and score a bunch of goals against part-time plumbers at the back arse of East Asia for a lot of money. Are we forgetting he nearly went 20 games without a bastard goal for Watford? Signing him, even being interested in either him or Slimani. It's mental, absolutely mental. Newcastle, Hamza Choudhury. What? Of all the clubs for Hamza Choudhury to be linked with? I mean, do these journalists even do their bastard research? Did they not hear the reception he got in 13 minutes to St. James's Park earlier this month? For those of you who weren't there, it was about as friendly as the reception Cersei Lannister got during her walk of shame. And for those of you who don't speak nerd, it was a reception on par with Mussolini as he lay flayed in the streets of Rome. He only played 30 minutes, but he was booed every time he touched the ball. Not just for that haircut, but because the last time he was at St. James's Park, he practically forced Matt Ritchie to spend Christmas in a f***ing wheelchair. Newcastle fans don't like Hamza Choudhury, alright? So for any self-respecting journals who dream up this link, just go look for another career, lads. Norwich, Daniel Slimani.
Exclusive. Norwich City in advanced talks to sign Goal Game International.
Oh, young Peter O'Rourke, you knew exactly what you were doing with that headline. On the face of it, yeah, it sounds exciting. Who could it be? Robert Lewandowski? No, far from it. The Goal Game International is Daniel Slimani. I mean, yeah, technically he is, but he's scoring a goal a game for FC Dudelange in the bastard Luxembourg division. He plays in a stadium no bigger than Oprah Winfrey's fridge. He's up against defenders still smelling of milk from their morning shift. Lads, if you're a Norwich fan, this is a damn underwhelming signing. Sheffield United, Stephen Nzonzi. So apparently Stephen Nzonzi is off to Sheffield United. Lads, is this really believable? World Cup winner Stephen Nzonzi? Yeah, he's 31 and stuck out on loan to Galatasaray from Roma, but still, yeah, Sheffield United are doing well, lads, but nobody of any real quality really wants to sign for you. You don't go from dragging Ravel Morrison and Jack Rodwell on a free to chucking 20 million quid at a World Cup winner. It just doesn't happen. Southampton, Che Adams. Apparently Leeds United are actively offering to take Che Adams off Southampton's hands in a loan deal, and what's more, they're actually committing to pay a £20 million fixed fee if they get promoted. Lads, I'm not quite sure why you're rejecting this. Just accept it. You've made a mistake at Adams. He's not Premier League quality. Get your money back. Why are you not accepting this? It's like if someone offers to scrape a lump of dog shit off your kitchen carpet. It's a no-brainer. Say yes. Tottenham, Edinson Cavani. Yeah, Spurs have found themselves linked with Edinson Cavani. That's not how you say his name. But this man is essentially Gonzalo Higuain this time last year. An unwanted big-name striker offered around all of England's top clubs in the hopes of finding a suitor. Guys, this is why Cavani to Spurs is not happening. The lad is 32 years old, past his best, and yet would still command wages skywards of £200,000 a week. And for what? To cover Harry Kane for 2.5 months before going back to sit on the bench? You really think Cavani would stand for that? You really think Daniel Levy would sanction 200k a week to rot on the sidelines? Lads, nobody wants to play second fiddle to Harry Kane. It's essentially like being a third choice goalkeeper. That's why in the past Spurs have targeted the likes of Fernando Llorente, Saido Berahino, Che Adams. Not Cavani, one of the biggest names in world football. It's like asking Roger Federer if he wants to become a Nadal's ball boy. Watford, Sebastian Vargas. Watford haven't actually been linked with too many people, but apparently there's a link to a Chilean left back, Sebastian Vargas. Bit of a strange link. Does anyone know who he is? Please, if you have information about this man, just come forward. Because honestly, I'm not even sure he exists. West Ham Dimitri Payet. Why does this happen every transfer window? Why do West Ham keep getting linked with a return for Dimitri Payet? Was everyone not paying attention the last time?
Dimitri Payet heading back to West Ham?
No, lads. There's more chance of me giving birth to a cat. Wolves Dwight McNeil. Okay, this link was 2 months ago, but still. Dwight McNeil tipped for a £30 million move to Wolves. I don't know why. This move just doesn't seem very Wolves-esque, does it? Now, I'm not saying Wolves don't buy British players, but I mean, do they? Anyway, that's the end of the video, lads. Let me know what mental transfer rumor has been as there being this window. Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.